आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनकही कहानियाँ। आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनसुनी कहानियाँ। एक नई दुनिया की आवाज़ आपकी आवाज़, विज्ञान की आवाज़ की आवाज़।
Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast is a STEM popularization initiative catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadalose FM 90.4 Community Radio, and hosted by your Surya Kiran. The Artificial Organs Division under the Department of Medical Devices Engineering of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum, is engaged in the development of implants and other associated medical devices. This division has its core strength in the area of design, prototyping, in vitro evaluation, process development and technology documentation for medical devices. The facilities and expertise are available in the areas of design and drawing generation, polishing of medical device components, and automated instrumentation development for devices. Modeling and prototyping laboratory and devices testing laboratory function as part of this division. And now, dear listeners, in the previous episode, we spoke with Mr. Aravind Kumar Prajapati, Engineer C, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum, as he shared his research in developing orthopedic implants for patients with bone deformities, with special focus on spinal fixation devices. Let's get along with today's episode and get more details on the ranking of India, the research contemporaries, and more as we converse with Mr. Aravind Kumar Prajapati. Mr. Aravind Kumar Prajapati on India's ranking in this field of research.
So, as of now, the medical devices market is within Indian medical device market is within top 20 in the world, and we are fourth largest medical device implant market in Asia as a whole. We have a lot of scope to come up on the ranking, especially in medical devices and including these high-risk implants. So I think we are gearing up on that side, and the government of India is actively working on that side to bring this market ranking in a top 5 or maybe top 3 like going forward. And even I feel that in another 20 years or so, we should be within top 5 countries in the world.
You're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast, catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadalose FM 90.4 Community Radio, and hosted by your Surya Kiran. Let's get along with the episode and get to know our contemporaries in this research area as shared by Mr. Aravind Kumar Prajapati.
So there are international giants in medical devices technology. I would name few of them. One of them is Stryker Corporation. Of course, they are working on orthopedic implant side. They have a spinal fixation device with them. And then second one is Depusynthesis, which is subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. Then we have Medtronic. Then we have Zimmer Biomet. Then we have NuVasive, etc. So there are multiple international giants in the orthopedic medical devices domain.
Keeping in view the importance of science and technology in human development, impact of scientific change on society and its governance, a new division, Science and Society Division, that is SSD, was carved out of Science and Technology Program, that is STP, Division of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India in June 1985 to provide greater autonomy to promote multidisciplinary approaches for society development. The SSD division initially promoted 3 schemes, namely Science and Technology Applications for Rural Development, that is START, Science and Technology for Women and Science and Technology Applications for Weaker Sections, that is STAWS. Now, let's know how Indian industries are associating with these projects as shared by Mr. Arvind Kumar Prajapati.
Before we could start working on this, what we did is we reached out to Indian companies who are working in orthopedic domains, and we had a talk on this side, especially on dynamic stabilization system. So they were very much happy, reason being most of the things are imported within the country as of now, and they said that this is a promising area which we can look forward and take it up. And then we started working on this innovative product, and the moment we have all-inclusive test data favoring to our design and being subjected to all testing conditions, we would look forward for industry collaboration, industry partners who can take this particular technology and put in the market at the earliest.
As established already, to enhance the importance of science and technology on society, a new division called the Science and Society was established by the Department of Science and Technology, the Government of India, on June 1985. Recognizing the importance of equity and empowerment in the development processes, Science and Society Division was named as Science for Equity, Empowerment and Development, that is, SEED Division in 2009. In this process, and for wider outreach of the programs for addressing societal needs in different geographical regions like desert and mountain areas, several network programs like ASAR, CODA, SARTHI and TimeLearn were initiated during 2009-10 and implemented in a phased manner involving academic and field-based NGOs in consortium mode for translation research and delivery of technologies at scale in the field. The important initiative in the launch of Technology Interventions for Elderly, that is TIE program in 2005, which was renamed as Technology Interventions for Disabled and Elderly in 2011, to find technologies feasible and economically viable STI solutions for empowerment of persons with disabilities, that is PWDs. Moving on, sir, can we have a rundown on your patents, research papers and the awards you have won?
I do have around 10 patents as of now and 6 publications. And in the last year, I was also selected as a BRICS Young Scientist from the country. I represented country in Xiamen University, China. This was the conclave, and over there I have spoken about how to develop medical devices, high-risk medical devices, from the user need, which we call it the getting input from doctors, till the translation stage, all the steps which are associated with this one. So not only this particular area, but I have been also working on medical instruments and their associated products, especially for cages, some of the instrument from brain surgery, and then some of the area like spacers. Again, it is for spine itself, but they are not in metallic side, they are in other materials like a ceramic side. So there are multiple areas which we look forward to work, and going forward, definitely my focus is to work on orthopedic implants, not only for a spinal side but also for a knee, hip, ankle and maybe wrist, a small joint, because these are certain areas where we have good market in the next 20-25 years. So we would like to get into that area as well, so that we come up with the devices which are affordable to a common man, and we want to remove the kind of stigma which is there in the people that implantable devices are pretty costly, surgeries are pretty costly, it takes a lot of time and a lot of money to come out of it. So that kind of stigma we want to remove, and we want that India becomes self-sufficient in this particular domain going forward.
And about your research papers?
Ma'am, I have around 6 research papers, and all of them, they are on orthopedic implant side itself. So I am very much focused in the particular domain, and that is my expertise as well, because I have around 10 years of experience in the domain, considering my corporate experience and then coming over here in the SCTIMST. So that experience I want to leverage, and I want to give back something to the country such a way that they are benefited out of me based on my experience.
Thank you, Mr. Arvind Kumar Prajapati, for spending your time with us and sharing your research innovations. I'm sure the listeners got to know about some really intriguing medical devices that may bring a revolution in the field of therapeutics. Thank you, sir. Conclusively, would you like to say something on Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast as one of the STEM popularization initiative?
I think this is a great initiative because scientists, they work within certain atmosphere, and their work is usually doesn't go out of that particular sphere. So with the help of this kind of initiative, what it happens, getting to know about what science is happening in a certain institute and putting up these information to a common people, this is, I think, a great initiative, because the common people, they need to know what all options are there. For example, I gave certain project details and other things. I think so most of people may not be aware of it. So I would like to say that this is a great initiative which translates the information within the institute to outside world, and it also informs to the people, common people, about the different sciences which are going on. And then finally, I would also like to thank Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, for taking for initiating this kind of work, which is going to be a definitely benefit for the common people within the countries. So thanks to DST, Government of India, for this beautiful initiative.
That was an enthralling episode. I'm sure you as listeners also felt the same amusement and excitement as I felt throughout the episode. We will meet again with another interesting research story. Stay tuned. You're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast. It's a STEM popularization initiative catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadalosai FM 90.4 Community Radio, and hosted by your Studio Kiran.